Good afternoon, happy Friday, and welcome to stream. I am Jaeger Forrester. Today we are playing Final Fantasy XIV. Coming back to where we left off yesterday, which was unlocking the Endwalker Alliance raids. We were able to get through the first one, but of course there is a second one to unlock, so that is going to be my focus for the stream for the next 4 hours. 4 hours. And then we'll continue on to other side quests, including the one with Nanamo Ulnamu. And maybe we'll continue a little bit of MSQ, I don't know. We'll figure out where things go, but main priority is just getting Alliance raids completely unlocked. Since we are going through some new dungeons, new areas, and all that stuff, I guess I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep the playlist off for today. We will be listening to music. It will be the game music this time, so hopefully that's a little bit more entertaining than just my voice. But if you do still want to listen to some playlists instead of the game music, hopefully things are low enough that you can just listen to your playlist, or you can go to ! Music Join. There's a bunch of different playlists that you can listen to. A lot of Final Fantasy based, and, you know, depending on if you're on downtime, or you're prepping for a battle, or in a battle, there's playlists that revolve around that. With that said, I guess we'll just go ahead and come right into games. Just going... Blech. Wow. I still can't do words. Let's just get in the game. Jaeger, wake up. Time to go to work. Let's check to see if there's anything going on with my retainers, because I did put them on 18-hour... put them on 18-hour field exploration, and now they're coming back with Gil and crafting gear, which I will be using later, eventually. So... turn the music off. And also... there. Now you can see what's been behind the Spotify window the entire time. It's just random stuff. You can see what time it is, both in Eorzean time and in local time. So... here, 1:10 is my time zone. 4 hours, 5 o'clock, blah blah. Alright, Leah. Oh, cool. You leveled up. Perfect. And I got some sap. Keep going. Unless... okay, no. Still on the same. But I need some new ventures. Venture currency soon. Oh, and I got something too. I'll wait. It'll be fine. When did... now I'm curious. Because usually I don't sell things on Leah unless it's like... meh? It was the gunblade. Okay. Gil can stay there for now. I've got more important things to do. Okay, so... I need to go to the Sunken Temple of Corn. We're just gonna go this way. Because everyone knows how cheap I am. For the other quest with Nanamo, I believe that's in Central Thanalan, which I just passed. Well, did she look familiar? A little bit. You're here, thank goodness. I found this woman collapsed. Though I can see no obvious injuries, by her attire, she seems to be in some manner of scholar. Water. Food. In my bag. Please. Oh, Lethadia is lurking? No worries. Enjoy your lunch. I just had lunch myself. Beef Merlot from Healthy Choice. It smelled very good. And it was tasty. Let's see, Jaeger. May I trouble you to find her bag? I will stand lookout in the meantime. Yeah, don't let those golems get her. This is where my finding skills actually work out. Unless, of course... Walk... Yep, oh, nope, I found it. Almost didn't think I could do it. No provender. Take the water. Well, I thought we were gonna have music, but apparently we're not gonna have music here. And music now? The music is existing. There we go. Not enough food. I need food. Do you want me to slay a bird or something? I have not saved dried meat. Tough as leather. Do you have anything easier to consume? Hi, Graha. Jaeger? Derek? What are you doing here? Actually, that can wait. Steady, Snorium. I brought you an Archon loaf and coffee. Aw, made sweet and creamy just as you like it. What sound is that? Oh, she's much better now. Ah, I am reborn. I would have said refresh, but... Washed down with a sweet beverage, the life-giving nutrients of an Archon loaf permeated my being from head to toe. Thank you, kind stranger. However you knew my preferred source of sustenance, you are truly a godsend. Oh, it's you, Aha. What brings you here? I don't recall mentioning my fieldwork. It's from my research into the Beladians' worship of Azemia, you see. Haven't you heard from Kryl? The students are presently investigating the 12, and we would prevail upon your expertise. Perfect. She's just been so focused on her studies that she didn't pay mind to read her emails. May I introduce Nogium, expert mythologist. She is a collaborator of the students, and like many a Charlian scholar, is passionate about her endeavors to the point of forgetting to eat. Yep, I've met a few people like that. Including myself. Not Jaeger, but me, Jaeger. I tend to not eat if I'm focusing hard on some work. Seeing as she has recovered, may I ask the two of you to tell her about the Phantom Realm? Well, Derek seems to be more of a expert on the Phantom Realm. I just been there once. The 12 abide in the Phantom Realm, and you exchange not only words with them, but blows beside? Incredible. And your description of the domains, a thunderous tower in one and a sweltering city in another, are precisely as the heavens of lightning and fire depicted in legend. In ancient time, worshippers of the 12 believed that they exist 7 heavens and 7 hells. Ethereology has established that departed souls return to Ethereal Sea. But it seems those afterlife domains were more than just inventions of mortal imagination. As pursuer of myths, I must say it feels somewhat anticlimactic to suddenly have these revelations given to me. Oh, because you wanted to find out for yourself. But more than that, I'm dying to know more. Which is to say, please allow me to join your investigation. Oh, it looks like we're gonna take her to the Phantom Realm. Graha's the only one that wasn't perplexed. Ahem. We would, of course, welcome your presence. Without further ado, then, let's head to the Omphalos. Kryl awaits us there. Yep, we're taking her to the Phantom Realm. If I decide to stay and go help Nanamo, I think I would be distracted and detract from unlocking this Alliance raid. So, 2 more Dona! Actually, isn't that far from here since I'm in Thanalan. Yeah, 135, that's cheap enough. Let's fly. Alright, where's that portal? Here it is. Or should I say gate? I should actually try to see if I was actually able to walk on water that time. Or if that was just for cutscene. What you staring at, Kryl? Something interesting? Welcome back, everyone, and welcome, Shnogim. I'm glad you could join us. Kryl, how delightful to see you again. I understand you've been doing a fine job leading the students. But may I say, what a lovely place this is. At a glance, this appears to be the highest of the heavens of legend, the 7th heaven. And ooh, if those aren't symbols representing the other heavens, I take it those are the respective gateways. I should like to pay them a visit. For Shnogim's benefit, let us review what we have learned thus far, and then deliberate the next step. Yeah, what does the god want us to do next to unlock the next dungeon? The gods reappeared before us in Ralgar's Reach. Though they were disguised as unassuming creatures, their law forbids them from showing their true forms outside their realm. Yet in the event the ambient Aether becomes unstable, such as during Umbral Calamity, it is possible for the realm, and indeed gods themselves, to be glimpsed by mortals. And such sightings, we believe, have given rise to the various faiths practiced throughout Eorzea. As we confirmed in Ul'dah, the Nodthal worshipped by people and the Nodthal we encountered have more similarities than they do differences. In the course of exploring Omphalos, 2 things caught my attention. The first is the gate which lies in the innermost area. If each of the other 6 gates lead to an elementally aspected heaven, and we stand in the 7th heaven as Shnogim says, tick-tock. What then lies beyond the last gate? Good question. That looks like Orosite. The second is this monument. It harbors some manner of magic, unlike anything I've seen before. I will endeavor to decipher it, but it will take some time. I'm gonna say Orosite. And Carl should know Orosite. Divinities that exist since time immemorable, who abide in domains resembling the heavens of legend, why have they chosen to reveal themselves to mortals seeking battle? Unless they favor us with more of their secrets, it would seem this monument holds the key to solving the mystery. Indeed, much and more yet lies beyond our understanding, but we'll keep chasing the truth together. As I'm sure you'll agree, though, this is tiring work, both mentally and physically. We need to pace ourselves. Yeah, she's staring at Snowgrim right now. To which end, might I suggest we return to Revenant's Soul and have a rest before we embark on the next stage of our investigation? It's like, oh yes, I would love another snack. Another Archon loaf, please, with some coffee. We're gonna cut right into Revenant's Soul, or do I have to go there? Hey, sweet, I go right into Revenant's Soul. Perfect. This is some interesting music. I like this. So rarely do I get the simple chat with colleagues. I had fairly forgotten what it felt like. Indeed, it's quite fitting that we should be doing it here at the 7th Heaven. Fitting? That's an understatement if I ever heard one. Whoa. She's very excited. The 7th and highest of the heavens, which rules over the remaining 6, was right here in Mordona all this time. This isn't fitting, my friends. It's destiny. Got carried away. You are obviously well versed in the myths surrounding the heavens and hells. If you don't mind, I should like to hear your thoughts on them. Yep, going to fade to black once again. Invested as they are in their research, it doesn't take much to stoke their passions. My apologies if it makes you uncomfortable. Talking to Derek, I guess? Having always traveled alone, I'm admittedly not too familiar with such a lively atmosphere, but I do not mislike it. By the way, the two of you arrived at the Sunken Temple rather quickly. Did something happen? We just did a quick detour, that's all. Well, as pleasant as this has been, it's past time we return to the Annex. The paperwork for this commission isn't going to complete itself, alas. Then I shall take myself to the Omphalos. There's much there I'd like to see. What are you gonna do, Derek? And I believe I will go for a walk nearby. It's getting a little warm in here. Alright, do take care now. So, am I going to Charlian to follow everyone else to do paperwork? Or Where am I going? Go to speak with Derek. Oh, Jaeger. It's pleasant, isn't it? The smells and sound of a tavern makes one feel alive. And afterwards, stepping outside alone and breathing the cool air, I like that just as much. While we await developments, I shall remain here in Revenant's Toll. If there are any tidings, rest assured I will share them with you. Thank you for your help thus far. I doubt so much could have been accomplished without you. Okay, was that it? No, that couldn't have been it. Okay. There is obviously more. Just gotta find it. Here we go. No, not Abyssos. Here we go. The Fell Court of Crosia. That looks like a dungeon. Alliance Raid dungeon. Nope. No, it is not. Okay, that's a dungeon I need to take care of in the MSQ later. Aglaya. Hopefully that'll get me to the information that I need. Here we go. Realm of Gods. And just follow the path. Divine Dilemma. I think this is next. Which basically, I need to go to the Umphalos? Nope, of course not. Alright, let's see if Kryl is actually in here. Snowgim is in here. Nope, Kryl is not in here. I bet she's in Sharlayan. Maybe it's the Face of Explorer that's next. And since I'm back in Sharlayan, I guess I can also do this as well. MSQ. If we're to enter Numenon's restrictive archives with minimum of fuss, then we must secure the permission of the Forum. First, however, we shall need to enlist the cooperation of a member to broach the matter on our behalf. Who do you think might be inclined to assist us? Probably the twins. No one springs to mind. What of Scarlog Montagane? Oh, a Forum member, okay. He did come to Graha's defense during the inquiry, after all. Yeah, he might help us out. This settled. Let's head to the phenomenon and see if he's willing to help us once more. Ishtola now accompanies you. Alright. Well, I need to take a quick pit stop over to the students of Aldelsian. Doesn't look like anything is actually in here. Other than this other quest, which is over here. And I'm not even sure if this particular quest that I'm heading to, Small Business, Big Dreams, is, something unlocking. Oh, no. It does look like something is unlocking. Jaeger Forster, welcome, welcome. I am Medjina, assistant shopkeep and apprentice seamstress here at the Taru Taru Boutique. I doubt you remember my face, as I'm merely one of many who owe you our lives, but you will always have my gratitude for saving me that day on the Ablum Rim. You are too kind. While I hate to ask aught more of you, please say that you're here to assist Mistress Tataru's new endeavor. This is first time I hearing about this. Not yet, but he soon shall be. Whatever do we do without your penchant for turning up precisely when you're needed? Now, to make the long story of our solvency short, we've secured resources to produce new designs I developed in cooperation with guilds near and far, and in sufficient quality to meet rising demand. We cannot rest on our laurels, however. To serve passing adventurers and the occasional intrepid Charlian is all well and good, but we're hardly taking the world by storm. No. Much like yourself, we must ever look to new horizons. The Scions proved that cooperation on a star-wide scale is possible, and we would be fools not to capitalize on that to build the grandest trade network in the history of Heidelin, all for the greater good, of course. Yes, this is a wonderful opportunity to bring people together. I often think back to that incredible moment when the Garlean army came to our rescue. Perhaps our efforts, too, will one day lead to a miracle that which took place on the Eblum Rim. I have no doubt that we shall, but we mustn't expect such alliances to form themselves. We must be proactive, and whoever better to woo our future partners in commerce than our current #1 customer, you! While our erstwhile comrades in arms know that when it comes to good equipment and better ideas, few have such keen eyes as our adventurer extraordinaire. Even should they hesitate at first, I'm certain you can convince them using the samples I prepared. If you'll cover my aetherite expenses, which isn't much. But of course, with your assistance, we both coin and goodwill flowing in no time. Everything is falling into place. Where shall we send Jaeger first? Wahahaha, don't you worry, I have it all planned out. First, Limza Lominza. Zicard has a bloody executioner working harder than ever, so he's sure to appreciate any extra supplies. Next, Gridania. The Seedseers are a source of trusted authority and insight into the Shroud, so we not go amiss in cultivating the investment of, say, Arun Senna? His insular station has likely given him opportunity for dealing outside of Gridania in the past, so you'll want to leverage that Izabar constant camaraderie to assure him of the value of our venture. As for Ulda, I feel confident in pinning our hopes on Pippin. He always seems to be a stalwart ally, and it goes without saying that he's more than a little sway in the Sultanate. Between his involvement with the Immortal Flames, the Syndicate, and the Colosseum, he's bound to find a use for quality accoutrements. So this must be the bags that I have to deliver. With that out of the way, Medjina, would you do the honors? Never let it be said that Tataru is stingy with their samples. Now, if you make your way to Limsa and climb aboard the Astalica, I'm certain someone will point you in Sicard's direction. Alright, I am pretty close to Limsa, just a ship away. I have my own avenues of inquiry to attend to, but I'll check in periodically to see how the journey is coming along. Let's get to it. Alright, side quest accepted. I don't know what it is, but it's gonna unlock something. Whee! So... if I can't unlock... the next step of the Alliance raids here... then where? Even with this one, it's like... oh. I gotta keep moving forward. I need to unlock... wait. Where's the next unlock? Oh, that's it? No, that can't be it, can it? I guess it is. I'm a little bummed up about that. I was really expecting more. Wait. Bissos, Asphodelos, Aglaya. Yeah, that's it for now. Oh. Nice one. Good job. So I guess that means that we are moving forward with other things. Okie dokie. So... unlocking... Post-Endwalker, it seems. I'm just changing my title real quick. I gotta do that on both platforms. Oh, looks like I'm getting a call from my new boss. Okay, false alarm. That wasn't my new boss, but I haven't signed my paperwork yet, so the job that he was about to give me, he said, actually, never mind, we need to go through the proper paperwork first before I can get you on a job. It's like, I understand. But I mean, whew. If I could tell more details, I could, but that's all I can really say. Whew. I didn't dodge anything. It was just like quick decision and then resend. I'm still waiting for my paperwork too. Just want to sign my life over. No. Just want to get the details of my job confirmed and signed so I can start work again. Okay. I got my titles updated. It just says unlocking Post-Endwalker. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but we're here in Final Fantasy and we are unlocking stuff. We are getting as quickly as we can to get with the rest of the player base. So Yashola says, I apprenticed to Master Matoya at the age of 7 and labored under her tutelage for a full decade. I never had the chance to attend the studium. Neither did Thancred, as I recall. Soon after Master Louisoix took him off the streets, he was put in care of another Archon. It was a rigorous and practical education in the arts of espionage and survival. Sometimes I wonder what my life might have been if I had pursued studies here instead. Tea at the last stand after a day of lectures? Or should I wonder as well? No, I'm not gonna say should I wonder as well. I'm just gonna guess tea at the last stand. Ooh, that does sound lovely. Afternoons with friends, spent sipping tea and debating theories. Still, I wouldn't give up my time with Master Matoya for the world. The dank cave I studied in was as far as from the bright, airy halls of academia as one could get. But it was a wondrous, magical childhood nonetheless. Nice little tidbit of information. And this is what you gotta enjoy about the Final Fantasy stories. You get to, like, be in touch with the characters, you get to know them, understand them, get to, like, talk about the little things, and you feel for them. Like, they come really good comrades. Ah, visitors. And quite esteemed ones at that. What may I do for you? Pray forgive the intrusion, Scarlark, but we were hoping you might give us a secure permission to enter a New Menon's restrictive archives. Oh-ho! No feudal forays into the stacks this time, eh? We have no idea what you mean. I applaud this newfound sense of whatever. Yet in all the world of comparative serenity, what compels you to disturb a vault of forbidden wisdom? Well, we're seeking forbidden wisdom. Fascinating. I had no idea a technique existed. I would have been surprised if you had. If my assumption is correct, the research left behind by House Daymar has lain dormant in Sharlayan's archives for many centuries. Oh, should I use my old man voice? He's not really old man, because he does have a voice actor. He's like a proud man. Ha-ha! And if you unearth this research, what then? Surely you don't intend to cross over into the void. That is, in fact, precisely what we intend. To what end, pray tell? To develop a method of traversing the rift, for one, that I might keep my word to a distant friend. Sentiment aside, I have journeyed to the end of the existence. I have heard, felt, and thought endlessly about the truth of our world and the echo of its future. And yet I want to understand everything, to unravel it all down to its very last secret. What scholar worthy of a name wouldn't force open a void gate or two if grand revelation was the promised reward? Ha ha ha! Marvelous! An audacious proposal worthy of Master Matoya herself. And after hearing the whys and the wherefores, I for one do not believe you would use the knowledge for ill. I see no reason not to present your request to the forum's consideration. Now they just gotta vote on it. Although, your petition would be better received if you also had the support of another well-placed acquaintance. Was someone to second the motion? Why, Master Fortunat, of course. He can hardly ignore an earnest request from his dear children's most treasured comrades. Oh, you think? I was hesitated to approach him directly, but there is no denying that having Master Fortunat on our side would tip the balance in our favor. Very well, we will pay a visit to the Levilir estate and plead our case. Ah, one last thing before you go. I would consider it a personal favor if you might share with me the discoveries you make in the void. My appetite for knowledge is every bit as insatiable as yours, I'd wager. So, if you could see your way to indulging an old man's curiosity... Of course, Scholark. We'll be sure to pass on any revelations. That's what Charlians do. They thirst for knowledge. So what now? As you can see in the map, little tiny map, but there are quests that I have active that I cannot do at the moment. That's because those are crafting quests. And I was hoping to do those when... I was hoping to do those when, Oh, I need to go Levilir. Here we go. When I've got all caught up with all the quests, unlocked everything, except for crafting. Except for Hildebrand. Hildebrand is still going to be the very last thing I do. Although, now that I know that the Hildebrand quests are the relic quests, I feel like I have to move forward quicker on Hildebrand. Ah, Master Jaeger, Mistress Justola, how may I be of service? We've come to speak with Master Fortunat. Is he home by any chance? Ah, yes, the Master is in residence. I shall inform him that he has guests. Oh. Well, well. Amelians would invite you inside for tea, but I assume this is not a social visit. You have some matter of import to discuss? Then pray proceed. You have my full attention. Let's talk about deep dark secrets and void gates. Well, I suppose I should praise you for following the proper protocols this time around. Scholark Montachan expressed much of the same sentiment. I assure you, will not attempt to circumvent the forum's authority again, unless it's absolutely necessary, of course. Of course. You do understand that the restricted archives are restricted for good reason, yes? If no pressing needs exist, then why risk the consequences of employing this forbidden knowledge? For a brother who misses his sister, she was his guardian and his friend, a selfless hero who crossed the rift between worlds to save her homeland from honor and suffering. You call your boyfriend a brother? But the brother has given up on thoughts of reunion. He spends his efforts elsewhere, watching over our people, yet healing from the flames of the final days, loyal to his duty while betraying the longing in his heart. Who are you talking about? This is no vital mission. Perhaps reuniting these siblings. It feels a worthy cause to pursue all the same. And one who feared losing his loved ones, and spent years in research to prevent it. Surely you appreciate how painful a separation must be. Oh, you're talking about Vertra. Got it. I was thinking about her boyfriend this entire time. Reflections are still very much a mystery to us. Offering to share your experiences in the first should constitute a fair exchange for our cooperation. Do not celebrate just yet. The Forum must still be convinced. I will add your request to the list of today's deliberations, and deliver the decision to you at the Baldasian Annex. There we shall wait, I guess. Yeah, we're going inside. What if we'll get voice acting this time? Probably not. Not just yet. So, what did the Forum decide? To put it bluntly, Master Matoria has burned some bridges here in Charlian, and salted the earth for good measure. When it became clear that her student was the petitioner in question, well, no few members voiced their discontent. And the chamber was reminded, in no uncertain terms I might add, of the incredible debt we owe you and your companions. That served to silence the grumbles and stiffen a few spines, and it was agreed that allowing you entry to the archives was the least we could do in return. That's wonderful news. Thank you both for speaking on our behalf. Yes, well, I'm sure you are aware this permission was not extended lightly. Forbidden knowledge is to be treated with the utmost caution, and there will be repercussions if it is not. I wish you well in your endeavor, and bid you good day. I feel like I'm playing Final Fantasy 15, not 14 right now. Ever the same, that one. Uncompromising, aye, but very stoicism is exactly what Charlian needed to guide it through not one, but 2 exoduses. That went rather well, I think. As a child, I dreamed up any number of schemes for getting my hands on those forbidden tombs, and now I can simply walk in through the door. Our focus will be on finding House Damir's research notes, of course, but the thought of so much knowledge at my disposal has me feeling a little giddy. You'll be heading directly to the archives from here, I presume? You presume correctly. Then you want to speak with the index page when you arrive. It's been instructed to grant you access to the restricted section. Dull again, coming in for the lurk. I still appreciate you coming in. Enjoy the lurk. Excellent. Once again, we thank you for all your help. Oh, it was my pleasure, believe me. May you find the knowledge you seek. Shall we? Y'shtola now accompanies you. Blah 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 blah. So I'm going over here. Hello, Pudding Way. You enjoying your book? To think the set of instructions I laughingly imagine may actually exist but yalms away from where you found me napping. If I had known Azadel III's exploits sooner, I could have well saved myself days of research. Even a children's book might have pointed me in the right direction. To achieve the impossible, one must needs to be flexible of mind and look beyond conventional wisdom. A lesson I had already learned, but clearly not taken to heart. Yeah, we're back here. But at least this time, you know, this is forbidden knowledge. Drive-by dull? Yeah. Oh boy. I gotta read this. Archon Yestola and guests identified. Do you wish to proceed into the restricted archives? Follow me, if you would. Watch your step, and please note that the use of naked flames is discouraged. Naked flames? Interesting music to go along with this. We should get voice acting now.
If Hastemia's notes are to be found anywhere, it will be here. Let us begin.
Okay. Read some books. Not Jaeger's strong suit. Nor is mine. Can't remember the last time I ever picked up a book. Today, in a world not my own, I met the most beautiful Voidborn creature. She was so unlike her ravenous brethren. Eyes blazing not with hunger, but trembling like a candle's flame, threatening to flicker out any moment. I wonder if she is even the proper word. Such distinctions seem inconsequential. Insignificant, even. All that matters is the love I feel for this exquisite transcendent being. Though you are tempted to read more, this doesn't seem to be the volume you are seeking. These are not the joys I'm looking for. In the year 1564, the 6th Aether era, the Amalja summoned Ifrit with their patron god. Summoned Ifrit, their patron god. Accounts describe the being as a gigantic lizard-like being with a potent command of fire-aspected magics. If we consider that primal summoning is an act fueled by faith and prayer, it is unsurprising, if not expected, that the resulting deiform entity should manifest the appearance and powers with which it was attributed by its worshippers. What then might emerge from the Aether should one believe in an almighty omniscient attempt the same ritual? Would the scholar himself grace us with his presence? Some other embodiment of divine sagacity? Could this be the man-made god truly be all-knowing? And if it were, whence would such knowledge arise? I myself have many questions concerning the nature of this ancient world. With no spell to transport me back to the days of old, could I instead summon a being possessed of encyclopedic wisdom of every age? Yet with no means to verify its pronouncements, how could one be certain they were true? Though your mind spins with the possibilities discussed therein, this does not seem to be the volume you are seeking. Can I stop reading? The following pages detail an advanced method for manipulating rift-spanning apertures as defined by Nuhashan, the ninth patriarch of the House Daemir. House Daemir, that sounds familiar. We present these research notes to the faculty of the Charlium Sturdium as both a token of our friendship and an expression of our boundless admiration. You appear to have located the forbidden volume you seek. Y'shtola will need to make the final confirmation. Oh, Lethadia, I just noticed that your profile avatar is the Pop-Tart cat. That actually suits you very well. I like it. Have something to show me, do you? My apologies. I flipped open but a single book and was completely absorbed by the contents. Yeah, you're definitely more of a bookworm than I. Here, read this one. Well done, Jaeger. I think you may have found our prize. Gosh.
Yes, the Aether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Daemir's resonance many times at the Great Work. Time to see what all the fuss was about. Among the ranks of the Voidsent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard. From its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures, a talent which sorely tested the Radiant Host in its battles against these abominations. Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure. Our findings reveal that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate. Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism. We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial Atomos.
Interesting.
How could I have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon Voidsent, has been discussed among academics for years now. Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales.
Heard of them? I've been fighting them.
And still, House Daemir went and built a mock Atomos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive. It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves?
We don't have time for that.
Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
Yeah, let's succeed in this endeavor, and if we feel the need, we can get more later. As much as I would love to start crafting the Atomos, I'm afraid this is far outside my field of experience, or expertise. Fortunately, we know a Hanish alchemist who would be delighted to involve herself in our House Demir project. Our business here is concluded. For the moment, please pass on our regards to the forum. Your message will be conveyed. Should you wish to indulge in more forbidden literature, I will be here. Patron mode disabled. Security mode engaged. If anyone can help us, Nihana can. Today, I say we return to Thavnir and look for her at the Great Work. Okay. I am in Charlian, so I can head on over there. Whew. I didn't fall in the water. No, I'm gonna go right here. Actually, if I really wanted to, I could take a pit stop to Limsa. And then I can just, you know, come right back here. Just a quick teleport. I am curious about this other quest that Tataru is making me do. The ship you see before will sail you to Limsa Lominsa, if you're so inclined, that is. Thinking of hopping aboard? Yes. For 300 gil. It's expensive. Okay. Fishman's Guild. Oh man, I always seem to get lost in this ship. Aye, I recognize ye. What do you want? Long as it's not about the bloody apocalypse, I don't see why not. Wait here. What you looking at, Jaeger? Haven't you seen the docks before? Well, bugger me. Thought we seen the last of you for a while. What brings you aboard? So, your crew seems busy, or can I interest you in some fine garb today? I went with garb. Heh, your sales pitch needs some work. But I see what you're getting at. We're already traveling halfway across the world every half moon. May as well earn a little extra for our trouble, eh? You know, there was a time I thought Partington was the whole world. That being the best of them all meant something. Going to Ilsabard made me see how small my world was. Compared to the real one. Standing next to the star's finest, I started to wonder what I had to brag about. Then the bloody executioners went and did me proud by bringing in a bigger goddamn haul of animantite than anyone else in the realm. Between that and the new metalworks we've got going on with the kobolds, and the Sahajin looking to export their own wares, Seems like the right time for the executioners to change our sails, so to speak. Which is to say that if you got wares for promoting, I'm happy to show them off across the realm and beyond. This sounds like a perfect business opportunity for a Tataru. Masterworks from Tataru Taru's boutique, guaranteed by the Warrior of Light himself. Almost seems a waste to wear them. Folk be lining up at the docks for these. Literally, seeing as old Charlian's only accessible by sea. Now, if we got ourselves an exclusive shipping contract... Aye, I see the course clear as day. Now we just need Emelian on board. What? Why him? He's right useless when there's work to be done. But talk's another matter. And he still owes me one for keeping his sorry ass out of trouble. So I'll have to put him in me torch, with a few savvy salesmen type on the continent. But you know what? He might actually be happy with the work. He just wants to be useful. Tell Tataru I'm looking to set sail on these new tides of hers. May the winds of change guide us all right. Alright, that's one delivery. Jaeger, it's me. How goes our little venture thus far? It's actually going good, so Zakar agreed. Oh, Zakar's eyeing the shipping routes, is he? All according to plan. But our work has only just begun. I'll keep after my own contracts while you work on Arun. I hear he's out often in the city. But I don't doubt that Mother Mune can snuff him out. So I'm going to Gridania next. Well, Gridania for this. But... I can go to Gridania. Just get things done. So, if you haven't noticed, or if you're new here and yeah, you haven't noticed, I have very particular places that I can teleport to. Like, Gridania is my home. That's why I'm able to have those Aetherite tickets. Come here. Ul'dah, I have a house nearby, so it's a cheap travel. But Limsa, on the other hand, it's a little difficult for me to get there. Unless... I don't think I do. Well, I do have the Island Sanctuary as my closest, but that's still not really good enough. And I don't have the residence area for Limsa Lominsa, the Mist. So it's really hard for me to get to Limsa Lominsa unless I'm like taking an airship or a ferry. Why, if it isn't Jaeger, struck with a sudden craving for eel pie, were you? Or is it information you fancy? Information, please. Oh yes, words of our seeds here's coming and goings never fails to reach my ears. I'm told that ever since he returned from his foray to Ilsabard, he's been roaming back and forth between our neighboring tribe settlements and the Lotus Stand. You'll miss them if you make for one or the other, like it as not, so I suggest you waylay him at the Blue Badger Gate. Blue Badger Gate? Here I come. There he is with his protection. Curious. Got some children interested in talking to the Warrior of Light, I see. Might I ask why you're loitering at the gates, Jaeger? And with such an enormous... I swear, sometimes the way that they word these things is just... it's not proper. And maybe it has to do a little bit with dirty minds, but also at the same time... can we not call it an enormous sack? I admit, you piqued my interest. To integrate the tradition and ingenuity of guilds throughout Eorzea in a fashion is no small feat. As it happens, I am of the mind to do something similar myself, so I could not blame you for should you doubt my understanding of such endeavors. Absent a special dispatch like that which the Elder Caesar ordered for Ilzabard, 'tis vanishingly rare for one of my station to leave the Shroud. You are doubtless aware that historically, Gridania has placed the peace of the Twelveswood and our covenant with the elementals above all else, often to the detriment of our relationship with other peoples. Yet, much as we are one with the Shroud, we are also part of the Star Entire. Our ventures in Garlemald made plain the strength of the world united. This attire you carry demonstrates much of the same truth. But perhaps you assume I would need to talk me round to the idea? If so, I apologize for the disappointment. If it's any comfort, I'm nearly as surprised myself. You're kinda just talking on your own, I'm not convincing you of anything. No longer am I content to hear the words of the elementals alone. I wish to know the voices of men. Though our time in Garlemald has shown me that my ability to listen is average at best. These horns may mark me as gifted in the Twelveswood, but beyond, they inspire neither fear nor awe. I have been mistaken several times for Azala, and I may as well be one, for all the difference my status as Seatsir makes those who want for succor. What are you talking about? Yet 'twas the selfsame insignificance that allowed me for the first time in my life to truly feel part of a greater whole. I am but one life among myriads upon this star. I dare say I should behave accordingly. Yeah, be part of the grander scheme of the world. With luck, my elder sister shall agree. Tell Mistress Tataru that her gift is accepted with gratitude, and she ought to hear from us soon. Alright, I think Tataru will be okay with that. She does like, you know, wheels in motion too. Guess who? Did you speak with Arun yet? Yes, I did. That sounds promising. I'm beginning to understand what makes our Seatsir friend tick. But we can discuss that later. You need to catch Pippin ere his duties take him from Ul'dah once more. I believe he spends much of his time at the Colosseum, so perhaps you should pay a visit to the Gold Court? I'll be awaiting your full report at the boutique. Oh, she's gonna be there. Oh wait, no, her boutique in Charlian. Alright, what's the best way to get here? Goblet is 8- oh, yeah. I'm going home! And here's home. Always the one to show it off. Alright, and... Do I want to be lazy and teleport? Dandelion. 70 gil. Yeah. Wait. In the Colosseum, so if I go this way, I'm actually like 2 steps away. I guess it wouldn't really matter too much. Either I go to the wrong side of the city, or I take a few steps to go to the right side of the city. Colosseum. And what's that? Colosseum Usher. I'm looking for Pippin? I see. Marshal Taropin is currently engaged in another meeting. I shall tell him that Captain Forrester awaits his convenience. Why am I called Captain? I'm not part of the Immortal Flames. And I was captain of the Master of Heroes, or the Company of Heroes in Limsa Lominsa. Why am I captain here in Ul'dah? My apologies for keeping you waiting. I did not expect to see you here this evening. Well, I'm on an errand, and I need to talk to you. Tataru's often offering quality material, is she? I can hardly say no to that. It fits almost too perfectly with my plans for the flames. I have long striven for the mastery of the blade. I required the trials of Ilzabard, however, to truly see Tizona for what it is. The fire that warms the coldest night, the spark that ignites a blaze of hope, and most of all, an unbreakable testament to my father's faith in me. More ally than tool, it's a treasure beyond price. Does every soldier of the Immortal Flames not deserve allies such as this? Arms and armor to remind them what they fight to protect, to help them stand where they might otherwise fall? Indeed, works made possible only through the ingenuity and dedication of allies across the star may be just the sort of inspiring armaments that we need. I anticipate that I'll be sending along an order for custom equipment ere long. In the meantime, would you mind if I use these samples for a few trials here at the Colosseum? I think that was Tataru's plan the entire time. My thanks. We shall put them to use immediately. Yeah, take the bag. As a child of Ul'dah, however, naught strikes fear into my heart like the prospect of receiving valuable goods for free. I must insist you accept something in return. I had been meaning to gift that necklace to Tataru. Poor condition aside, she might rather not have it. She might rather have it than not. Yeah, she might fix it up. But tell me, does this necklace have some kind of hidden meaning underneath it? I have spoken with Tataru at some length about our past, you understand. In many ways, we are quite similar. As you may recall, her family was bankrupted when she was very young, a consequence of her father's business failing. They were forced to put all their wealth towards paying off his debts, and then some. One asset they reluctantly parted with was a necklace treasured by her mother, for which Tataru has long searched to no avail. And you must have her necklace. Strangely enough, I recently discovered jewelry of the very same description amidst a store of neglected Colosseum prizes. Assuming that it's the same piece, I should like to see it returned to her. It is significantly worse off for having changed hands, though, and only the sapphire centerpiece remains unlost and undamaged. Well, that's the most important piece. She may appreciate the sentiment nevertheless, but it's difficult to say. What do you think? Oh, I'll definitely take it to her. The memory it holds for her aren't lost or damaged. And if I have to, I can fix it. I just need like 10 levels of goldsmithing. True enough. Though, if it's to be a gift, I would prefer to at least clean it up a bit. I'll just take it to the Goldsmiths Guild. In that case... I had considered asking the Goldsmiths Guild, but you ought to be able to turn the necklace into a piece that Tataru would wear, if not precisely what she remembers. I imagine you have the opportunity to pick up gems and other suitable material on your travels? From there, it's merely a matter of unifying the pieces. Are you willing? Yeah, of course. Then I'll have the sapphire removed from its setting and set to the boutique with all haste. I doubt even Tataru would dare open a private package addressed to you. Best of luck in finding magic materials, and in your mercantile endeavors, of course. May the traders guide your fortune fair. So is this a fetch quest? Or is it a crafting quest? Like, what am I doing? Okay, I'm going back to Charlian. Yep. Ooh. Right arm stretch. Oh, it's right up here. Peloton! Sprint! You've returned! With your bag all the lighter for I've given away our samples, I hope. Speaking of which, your parcel from one Pippin Tarupin arrived not bells ago, addressed to you. Could it be that our newfound partnerships are already bearing fruit? This is something special. Her mother's necklace? Why, that's a wonderful idea. Please allow me to assist. I swear I won't breathe a word of this to Mistress Taru. I do wonder what parts you will need. Do you know what style Mistress Tataru prefers? That's a good question. If this necklace is to be a keepsake, why not focus on that? Ah, apologies. I could not help but overhear. That's quite alright. Do you please keep your voice down? What was it you were saying? It simply occurred to me that since you were gifted the sapphire so readily, our other partners in this endeavor may wish to offer up something for Mr. Satoru as well. With such gifts, you could turn the necklace into a memento of not just her past and her trials, but her present successes as well. That's perfect! If our plans for the boutique proceed apace, we should have more than enough tokens from our friends across the seas. What do you think, Jaeger? Well, well. Were you waiting for little old me? Mistress Tataru! We were, just discussing the successful... Give me a second. Tongue twist. We were, just discussing the successful delivery of the samples. Yes! Good to hear. How fares dear Pippin? He's in good spirits today. I knew he would come through, though I admit I wasn't expecting to outfit a whole host of immortal frames quite so soon. I suppose it goes to show that even the most hardened warrior can always learn a thing or two. And Sicard and Arun have changed as well, if your tales are any indication. I imagine their personal growth bodes well for that of our network. Thank you for checking up on them. We must sort through our current commissions before deciding who to approach next. But I know I can count on you to be ready when we are. In the right timing, too. Just have that quest shout out for me, and if I recognize that it's near your boutique, I'll be there. In order to undertake the next quest from Medina, you must first complete the Shadow of Mach quest series. What is the Shadow of Mach? Well, apparently I've already done it. Medina has samples that you need delivering, and the anticipation of adventure strikes you like bracing wind. Yeah, okay. Let me guess. Am I going to Idleshire and Ishgard? Is that where I'm going next? Why, hello there. Your arrival could not have been more timely. Mistress Sataru has just but left instructions for another batch of deliveries. She sends her regards, of course. Today she's in Idleshire for business with some Rowena House of Splendors, and tomorrow we'll no doubt find her in some other far-flung corner of the realm. We mustn't be outdone, Jaeger. This time, our samples are destined for 2 organizations in Corythus, an arrangement made possible by none other than Master Sicard. He contacted his dear friend Lord Emmeline de Fortamps, who was kind enough to spread word of the boutique to his own contacts across Ishgard. It hardly took any time for the first level of interest to reach us. And once these samples have been delivered, that interest will peak into passion. Or so I've been assured. Lord Emmeline has insisted we take care of all particulars and bid me convey with enthusiasm that he looks forward to accompanying you on the deliveries. Oh, I get an accompaniment. From him. Wonderful. Now then, regarding that secret mission of ours... A gorgeous sapphire, is it not? It will make a beautiful necklace once restored, a keepsake of not only Mr. Tataru's mother, but that of her many friends and allies across the realm. I am confident that someone of your experience has the most discerning eye for mementos. Bring back anything you think will make a worthy addition. Okie dokie. And with that, I will leave these samples in your capable hands and eagerly await your safe return. Okay, so this isn't a crafting quest. This is kind of just more of like side story stuff. But I like it. I'm helping expand Tataru's business venture. And I'm happy to do it. 'Cause, you know... I admire Tataru. She has come a long way. But instead of going to Ishgard, now it's time to go to Thavnair, to the Great Work. Going back to MSQ for a bit. Nanamo's just gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Got some other business to attend to. Probably should go this way. I don't remember exactly where Nidhana is. So if she's on the ground floor, it's just easier for me to get to her. Ah, perfect. Y'shtola tells me you are pursuing a most fascinating study, and that you want me to be a part of it. Alethedia, you have a hard time taking any of those Lalafell seriously? I get a mental image of, like, armored fluffy bunnies trying to be intimidating. But Thunderin is a bunny now. You don't think Thunderin's intimidating anymore? Or is it just because Lalafels are short? I have no doubt you will be interested. This research log should speak for itself. Will it now? By the sisters! This is the mark of House Dermir! I never even knew such a work existed. Few should. It was sequestered in Nunemon's restricted archives, after all. Is the childlike faces? No issues with Thunderin? Okay. Yeah, I think that's like almost the same reason why I have never like changed my character into a Lalafell. Obviously I've got Jaeger, and Jaeger will always be a human likeness, because that's just how the character was created whenever I first made him back in Dungeons and Dragons. The Thunderin, I mean, is now flip-flopped between a Makote and a Vieira, boy and girl. And then I have two other characters that I don't work on as much. One you probably seen me on stream. My Vieira female Kara Bunkle are my summoner. And I have one other one that is on a different data center, named Shen Yushui. And he is an All-Ra, a male All-Ra, monk and samurai. And then I've got my retainers. And you know what? I don't think I have any Rugadin in my arsenal. So it's like Rugadin and Lalafell I'm not all that fancy with. I don't think I even have an Elven. I think I had an Elven once in Final Fantasy XI. Don't remember what I used it for. Maybe it was going to be like an additional character that I was going to play. Oh no, it was a mule. That's what that Elven was. But I hardly used him compared to my other two. It was? But that means every word within is forbidden knowledge. A forbidden tomb filled with forbidden research, and you put it right into my unsuspecting hand? I can hardly wait to read it! She is so happy. To think that Daemir was developing such marvelous techniques so long ago. How many innovations has been lost over the centuries, I wonder? Now that you glanced over the notes, would you say you to helping us build a new mock Atamos? I say yes. 1,000 times yes! Work on a Daemir project that had even been redoubtable scholars of Charlian trembling in their sandals? No alchemist of the great work would resist. Lethadia, I had an Elven NPC for a bit 11, but he was a butt, like so many other Elven. Traded him for a nice Hume guy named Gunnar. Huh, interesting. My other characters that I had in Final Fantasy XI, one you've actually seen just yesterday, Penny Peridot. I pretty much, like, replicated her exactly how I made her in Final Fantasy XI. Green hair, Mithra, well, Makote here. And yeah, she's a retainer now. And, the other one that I had in Final Fantasy XI, he never made it to Final Fantasy XIV. That character's name is Yohachi. And Yohachi is a Hume male with blonde hair, He basically is supposed to be a fanfic character from Dragon Ball Z. Which is probably why I felt like he didn't really belong in a Final Fantasy world. Gunnar had Jaeger's hairstyle in 11? Oh, I see. You like that hairstyle, huh? The other character that I have in 14, the other retainer that you met, Leah Lilac? Leah Lilac is actually a character when I made Jaeger back in Dungeons and Dragons. So interesting how that sometimes works, how characters like come in and out of existence. And Leah did have red hair, and I did draw her sometimes, you know, back in the day whenever I was wanting to be a 2D animator. And I still have old pictures of other drawings that I made. She's definitely changed over the years, you know, as I gotten better with my art. You are a woman after my own heart. Oh, I suppose I should ask, what do you mean to do with this big mouth simulacrum once we've built it? The big mouth, yep. That's an Atomos, alright. So, there's a secret void gate, and it's sealed in the ruins at the bottom of the bounty? Today is the day of revelations, indeed. If the purpose of our man-made Atomos is to expand this hidden portal, then I will need to see it for myself, I think. Manipulating rift-spanning apertures is not the sort of thing you want to attempt without first taking into account every single factor. Then, by all means, accompany us to the vault. I plan to lead us back there shortly, once we finish gathering the components I require. It's like more fetching. Charlene's Marcus provided the raw aquamarine and pure water crystals, but I might need help obtaining a small quantity of astrally infused water. Well, it sounds like you need an alchemist to do that. For such liquid, you need to go no further than the font of Maya. The aesthetics of once favored the place for their medications, and the water which pools there is known to enliven the flow of Aether. Lethadia, I have a man, half elf moon druid I made for D&D, but I never spent enough out of game time to fully visualize how he looked. Yeah, for me, because I started drawing at the age of 12, and I didn't start playing D&D until I was like 17, so I had a lot of practice as far as like figuring out how to draw characters and give them background stories. So whenever it actually came time for Jaeger and Leah's existence, I pretty much knew how I wanted them to look. Or maybe it was more along the lines of like, I just let the pencil draw something and they incarnated. They became the characters that you see today. That sounds perfect. If you'd like to be so kind as to fill a flask at the pool, I will petition Vertra to join us. The idea I have in mind won't amount to much without its authority to command the Void Gate. Shall we be about it? We'll be back here anon. Alright, so Vertra is going to meet us here at the Great Work before we head out. Time to go get some water. You know what, since I am here in Thavnir, let's go ahead and do a little bit of beast quests. And from the looks of it, the Font of Maya is not that far away. Okay. Guess we're gonna go here first. Where are we at? 250? We've got about 2 hours of stream left to do. I think we're making, you know, good strides in getting a lot of this done. So that's the fountain. Or is it? Oh, nope, I missed it. It's over there. Well, I'm not exactly going in that direction just yet. Block a stand. So we got 2 workers to deliver food to. Little here, little there. Okay. Go turn these in. And we'll go back to the font. Wait, this is the fountain? Ah, here we are. Okay. Do you have that flask for me? Yes, I do. Here you go. Yes, this should suffice. Thank you, Jaeger. You're welcome. What'd I get? Skill speed, tenacity, or piety. I don't want piety. Looks like I'm getting some skill speed. Oh, Estinian's here too. He's ready to go. Look who I came across. Estinians seem in the need of diversion, and we, in turn, may have need of his lance. Oh, you know what that means. There's going to be a fight coming in soon, if Estinian's with us. Right then, now that our little party is assembled, let us make our way to the ruins. Will we have need of Matsu's boat again? Not this time. Once your stolar informed me of our destination, I arranged for a vessel to be made ready at the Akiali. Eh. Sometimes these words. Your Excellency is the ever the gracious host. Shall we? We are one short an NPC to do this. Unless somehow Virtua decides that they're going to be a proper, battler, fighter. The ship is yours to command. Our thanks. We set sail at once. This is so exciting! Aladal's legacy! To see the truth of a legend with my own eyes. All aboard the treasure vault. And hopefully that means that I get to take a little bit of a break for voice acting.
The ruins alone were impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty. It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
What is it you're doing now?
There's something I wish to verify. The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater. Graha theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
So, this is an experiment of sorts.
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
Oh, you're asking me? Some of the choices in here. Might as well go myself, put me in harm's way because I'm the Warrior of Light. I have Hydalin's protection. Or do I say nothing and look meaningfully at Estinian, and comedy will probably ensue a little bit? Or maybe we send a familiar. But I feel like we already know how that's going to end because it's not us. We can't really... A familiar can't really report what happens to it, especially if it's not... You want me to do the meaningful look? Okay. For you, I will. But as Jaeger, I was almost going to say I just might as well go as myself. But here we go. Say nothing and look meaningfully at Estinian.
What? Why are you looking at me like that? Surely you'd not expect me to wriggle through that tiny portal.
We needn't attempt anything so drastic. A small familiar should serve well enough.
Oh, so we are going to use a familiar.
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow. Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same. I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
Is there a particular imp in mind that you're thinking of?
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
From ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born.
Are we having some kind of magical girl transformation going on here?
Water, water, froth and fire!
Oh my gosh.
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
Yep. The Nixies. Oh, she looks embarrassed.
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate. I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual.
Oh, yeah, so she's just embarrassed of the creations that she wanted to do.
As well. This one will bear a warding scale. And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption. If I could impose upon you to open the gate, Your Excellency?
Ah, yes, of course.
He's still staring.
We should also be wary of void scent slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nadana safe from harm.
As you say.
You had best be on your guard as well.
Okay, 3 options. I always am, so, like, I just completely ignore what just happened. Or froth and foam, which I basically embarrass her some more. Or I just continue gawking at her. ... Too cute for her current self, eh? Yeah. Like, ever since she decided to have her current look, she used to be a healer of sorts, but now she's like a black mage. So she's going through her emo phase right now. So for her to do Froth and Foam, it's kind of like, I don't want to be doing this. This isn't the persona that I want to show off. So what do you think? Ignore what just happened? Continue gawking? Or embarrass her some more? Just continue? So, don't say anything at all? Gotta love the stream delay. Does Jaeger want to embarrass her? No. Jaeger doesn't embarrass people. It's not friends. Think of Jaeger a little bit like a more serious Spider-Man. He's still going to joke, but he only jokes at people who have like this big ego. And, you know, he's kinder to his friends. Well, there was the Estinian silliness, but that was all you, though. I had a different choice, but I did it for you. So just continue on? Okay.
Please, just do me a favor and forget you ever saw me. Let us begin, shall we? Nixies, into the void.
Oh, Nihana's like, bye, good luck. So, how long are we going to be waiting for them to come back? It's still open. Oh, Nihana's so ready for the results. Gotta love a scholar.
I think we've waited long enough. Nixies, return to my side.
Well, that doesn't look good.
Thank you, little one. You did well.
The poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
We're out of time! I must reseal the Void Gate.
I just hope he's fast enough. Oh!
They're coming through!
Good thing I have my gun.
The name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
Oh, we all knew what we were doing.
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent. The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium. Rest now, little ones.
Graha's theory was correct then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation. It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently. We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
My apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness. In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void. You remember Una Kalhai, the unusual child we met during our troubles with the Warring Triad? He explained the fate of the 13th thus. The champions of that ill-fated world used the stone known as Aurosite to contain the power of primals. But those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the Aurosite's bleeding energies, transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether. By the time anyone thought to oppose them, Light's strength had grown too feeble, and the balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness. And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition?
I think this is like back in the day of Ishgard, Heaven's Ward.
Picture it now. The sunless Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way. But first I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atomos. Or I could, if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives?
Oh, he's quite hesitant in all of this.
Your Excellency?
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
We will see you back in the city then.
Estinian's etheric signature towards dragons, he knows something's up. He's hiding something or thinking about something. Once Nihana succeeds in replicating the mock Atomos, this door to the 13th will be ours to open. Will you be crossing the threshold alongside us? I realize this is more than my endeavor than yours. To be honest, I had no interest in visiting the Void myself. Might we discuss this later? There is something I must do first. Yeah, he needs to investigate why Vertra is a little hesitant and... Well, I know why he's hesitant in all this, but... There's something new going on. Why does everyone insist on being so secretive? At least I had a good reason for not wanting to explain my Nixie ritual. 'Cause it's embarrassing? Shall we proceed with other preparations then? As we saw, the warding scale can be effective at protecting the bearer from other sources of etheric corruption. Nevertheless, the talisman's durability will need to be improved if it's to withstand the Void's influence for a prolonged length of time. And I think that is the problem we can address without involving the brilliant but busy alchemist who created it. Who do we know who excels at this kind of structural augmentation? Garland? Yeah, Garland Ironworks? Let's go check on Sid. An excellent suggestion. As I recall, Sid himself is no stranger to the Void and the volatile energies. With his experienced hand at the helm, I have every confidence that the Ironworks can strengthen the warding scale. Come, let us visit their operation in Ralgar's Reach and commission their best and brightest. Go all the way to Ralgar's Reach? Oh, perfect. I get to teleport there for free. Nice. Jaeger, what brings you to the Ironworks? We have a commission for you and your president, actually, assuming he's available. Master Sid? Certainly, I'll see if he has a moment free. Oh look, he's got the same hairdo I did whenever I first started Final Fantasy XIV. He looks just like me, although a little lighter brown hair. A pleasure as always. I hear you have a job for us? Doppelganger? There is actually one other doppelganger that was back in Stormblood. And it was part of the Hildebrand quest too. He was like an alchemist of some sort. But he's not a good doppelganger. Heading into a void to find a lost dragon? That sounds almost pedestrian compared to your last adventure. Honestly, I don't know if you could say anything that would surprise me after Meteon in that bloody mess. I don't know, going to the Void Scent? It's a lot of, Shadowbringers that we're doing right here. Alright, let's take a look at this talisman of yours. You said there were signs of degradation? It seems some matter of corrosion is set around the scrap on its surface, much as the void's corruption seeped into Nero through his wounds. In which case, our best bet may to simply be preventing the scale from being damaged in the first place. And how might we achieve that? We have a coating agent for strengthening trick kits and the like, but I'd be wary of applying any compound which might upset the scale's delicate alchemical balance. Far safer to dress it in armor. You're telling us to wear specific armor. We'll construct a protective casing, one utilizing metal alloys with high etheric conductivity, so as not to impede the talisman's primary function. Oh, an armor... So a casing for the protective warden. Okay. Sooner armor, as you said. Nero's compiled data on the 13th, so I'll have him pitch in with the design, just to be sure. If only it weren't such an ordeal to convince him to follow our safety protocols. I swear, I've never had such a reckless employee. In any case, we may need some time to untangle the particulars. Understandably, we know how busy your schedule is, and the final result will doubtless be worth the wait. Ha! The hard part will be ducking Jessie and her constant barrage of demands while we seek about doing the fun stuff. We'll see what we can do. And if you don't know, Sid has in his employ not only Jessie, but Biggs and Wedge as well. To think we can leave the rest of Sid's capable hands, let's return to the great work and see how Nidhana is getting on the Makatamos. So we're gonna go back to Thavnir? It's just the... Fetch quests. Ugh. I actually want to take a little bit of a break. So I'm gonna take a trip to Sharlayan. Just so if we have to go somewhere else, I've got the return spell ready to go whenever I come back. And I'm just gonna, stretch the legs. So I will turn on the music this time, I won't forget. And enjoy that while I take a stretch. See you soon! Alright, I am back. And I did get some snacks. Good old Reese's Pieces. So I'll probably be munching on those a little bit as we go through the day. Don't want to get too much though, too much chocolate. Not good. Okay, so yes, I said we come back to Sharlayan, and I guess we're gonna go to the great work. Continue on MSQ. Yeah, pieces of good. I think out of all the candies, when it comes to chocolate, Reese's Pieces is my favorite. What's your favorite? You broke and bought leftover Halloween candy? I don't consider that broke. Unless you're talking about financial break. Because I think, truth be told, these Reese's Pieces, I mean, they're probably months old. So, I'm just eating what we have and hopefully don't get a stomach ache for it. Because if there's leftover Halloween candy, who's gonna eat it? It's gonna be us. Flying requires 2 hands. And I seem to have gone the wrong way. Oh, no, I'm in the right spot. Just need to be in the building. You like peanut M&Ms and Kit Kats? Well, peanut M&Ms is a close to Reese's Pieces.
Ah, hey, Stola. The adjustments are going well, I hope?
'Tis a lengthy process, but the end is in sight, yes.
That's wonderful news. I myself had some good fortune searching through the Satrap's private records. What I found was a transaction log dated around the same period as when Alzadal's legacy was built. It included a purchase list of highly exclusive alchemical components, and I knew I'd discovered the key to making the artificial Atomos. I then visited the High Crucible to commission the materials. After I'd explained my requirements, I was beset by volunteers insisting I allow them to help with the entire project.
The usual reaction to someone forcing open a void gate is to run for the hills. Harnish academics certainly are a different breed.
The alchemists of old were cut from a similar cloth. The unknown held no fear for them. Indeed, they were ever eager to seek new knowledge, regardless of the danger.
And were you not also fearless, heedless even, in your determination?
My sire entered his dormancy before I was hatched. And so it was Ashdaya who kept my eggs safe and warm. It created a bond between us. Even long after I learned to fend for myself, I rarely strayed from her side. She was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence. No matter how deep the darkness, I would not surrender my search. I promised myself the time would come when we would once more take to the skies together. But I am satrap now.
The Radiant Host is here to serve, Your Excellency.
Nabdeen, what is this about?
Sir Estinian told us of your predicament. For centuries you have protected Rads at Han, never showing your true self, hiding behind a curtain and living only in service to the people. Your dedication meant more to us than your deceit, and so did we accept you as our rightful ruler. After all that you have sacrificed for this nation, did you imagine we would begrudge you your heart's desire? We survived the final days. We are a strong and proud people. We, the Radiant Host, will keep Thavnair safe in your absence.
I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement. And yet,
Now you listen to me, Varshan. You are wearing that face, after all. As I have told you before, you are a little brother to us all. And if you are family, then so too is your sister. We are there for you if you need us. But do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia.
We will succeed in opening the way. It is only a matter of time. All you need do is prepare to step through to the other side.
Your Excellency, I wanted to thank you for building the orphanage. It means so much that my sister and I will have a place to be together, safe and happy. And I hope that you and your sister can be together again too.
Okay, now that there is a pause, said, Alethea said, I tell myself not to buy it at one store, and then I end up buying it at a different store after a brief debate with myself. Yeah, that's kind of how I do, you know, debates with myself. But usually I end up, like, not doing things for, like, months or years even. Take, for example, this thing here. Obviously, it's super expensive. But, I mean, after a long time coming, and me and my wife made the decision that we needed to upgrade our computers, though the want actually became a need, and then we just pushed forward and went to buy stuff. And that's how this was born. And then your other thing here, what's the kid's deal? I'm pretty sure you're talking about the little one that just said, I'm Satrap now. So it's a little bit of spoilers if you haven't seen the entire Endwalker story. As long as you're okay with it, obviously. But I can tell you exactly what's wrong with this kid. As long as you're okay with spoilers. Huh? You're fine? Who knows if I'll ever play this far? Okay. Now that you have allowed me, I will tell you. So, this kid actually isn't a kid. This kid is an extension of a dragon named Vertra. And as the soldiers were explaining, his true form, his dragon, has been hidden behind the curtain in the throne room for a very long time. And Vertra, basically, after everything that happened in the wars back in the day, he didn't want to be a part of it. So instead of joining the fight with his brothers and sisters, he instead created this kingdom. And the entire time he's been not only behind a curtain, but also any needs that he wanted for himself, he put those aside to create this kingdom for the people. So he's been wanting to save his sister, as he has been explaining in this cutscene, for a very long time. As I said, for a millennia. And because he knows that his sister, who is on the 13th in this void-sent world that has been ravished by these demonic beings, and it's been a really long time, he's really scared that his sister is no longer who he remembers. And don't know, he's not sure if he actually wants to save her anymore, because she's been corrupted, as we know from the familiars that Y'shtola summoned and put them into the void. And that was just for, you know, maybe a few hours, whatever the Fade to Black was. So he just has this big old worry that his sister is no longer alive, and rather just keep the memory of her sister as she was than trying to save her and then knowing that she's going to be really sick, if she's even still alive. So everyone here in this kingdom, they all now know that Vertra, a dragon, was actually the person who created the kingdom and has been serving its people this entire time. And they're all basically saying, like, no, it's your turn. We are going to help you. So that's the kid's deal. I guess I need to also at least need to explain that this kid is still Vertra the dragon. This is just like fantasy magic. He is able to create he like a part of his soul is in this kid. This kid isn't a real person. This is actually just like a familiar, like Y'shtola's, but it has a piece of his soul, so it's more than just a familiar. This is Vertra. It's his avatar, yeah, kind of like the blue monkey thing. It's still Jake Lee, but a part of his soul is in this body. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move forward to say either to protect them well, you must take heart, or will you wallow in uncertainty forever? A very Jaeger thing to say will definitely be, will you wallow in uncertainty forever? So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that.
You're saying I should seize this chance? Take heart and protect them well. Such were the words I once said to you, and here I stand failing to live up to them. If my heart is torn, I am fit to protect neither Ajdaya nor Radzathan. My people, I have come to a decision. Vashan will depart Thavne for a time. My dragon self will remain in the palace, but only to conduct the satrap's most essential duties. While I am focused on controlling this vessel, there may be matters that escape my attention. I rely on you, my trusted friends, to watch over one another until I return.
Take care, and fair fortune, little brother. Many tears would be shed should you come to harm.
I would not dare make you cry.
So it seems like actually that was a good thing for me to like tell you right then and there, because he went on to going to basically say like, my dragon form will still be here to continue being the king of this kingdom, to do his most essential duties, but he needs to focus on controlling this familiar in order to, you know, go save his sister. Okay. You surprise me, Estinian. For a lone wolf, you've shown an unusual degree of, shall we say, involvement in helping Vertra reach his conclusion? 'Twas for the greater good. The worm's thundering sighs were keeping his citizens awake at night, and I had travelers believing the palace racked by some unnatural storm. What of your own answer, then? You seem disinclined to venture into the void? When I was one with Nidhogg, his vengeful thoughts were my thoughts, his endless rage my rage, and the soul-chilling grief he nursed for Ratatosker's death. I would not wish such agony upon a foe, let alone a friend and ally. If there's a chance we can spare Vertra that pain, then I will follow you. We just need one more person. Yep, there we go. Any other former scions we should call on? I'd rather not bother our comrades with aught less than a dire threat to the star. We four should be sufficient for our purpose. Okay. Now, on to specifics. Unlike the first, where the flood of light was halted before its devastation was complete, the 13th has been utterly subsumed by darkness. My plan as such is to explore the void in stages, withdrawing to safety after each brief foray. 'Twould be more than convenient we had some manner of base camp nearer to the gate itself. One of the palace chambers... Oh, sorry, this is Varshan. One of the palace chambers should serve. Come, let us reconvene outside Megaduta. We're going to Razathan now. All this moving around. Okay. In order to get to Razathan, the simplest way is just to fly there. For cheap. Obviously, you can teleport there, but... I'm sorry, I just saw something in the chat that I haven't seen in such a long time. One of my friends is looking for a PS6 Fresh Prog. Which I don't know exactly what that means, but I'm guessing that it is Savage Raids. Endwalker Savage Raids. Oh, and apparently there is a ceremony that's starting in 5 minutes. Well, at this point, 2 minutes now. Since I'm streaming, I really don't think that I should attend. If I were to attend, I would have to, like, call off stream now. And the ceremony is mostly for for people in the FC that are promoting, well, they are being promoted to big important roles like helping out the FC and, you know, scheduling big fights and being your friendly neighborhood crafter or gatherer. Probably take the Aethernet shard to the Megaduda. Every time I say Megaduda, it's just like so closely, I just want to call it the Mega Duty. In-house promotions, yeah. The leaders of the FC are basically just, you know, trying to make this a trying to make their group like a really well-oiled machine to take care of each other. And I want to be part of it too, eventually. I'm just trying to, you know, catch up with the rest of the player base with the MSQ and the Alliance raids and the Savage raids and all of the little side quests, including Island Sanctuary, so I'm almost there. But I'm pretty sure Part 3 is going to be released relatively soon, so I've got to hurry before... Well, I gotta hurry so whenever Part 3 gets released, I am there with the rest of the party, the player base, and moving relatively as quickly as I can to get everything else, get up to snuff with them. So eventually it'll actually finally come to the point where when I'm doing something, I'm doing things with the FC. Like that's like my next goal. I remember Vero giving awards once after the one time I was able to go to Kieran and Skyfight. Yeah, I don't remember getting any kind of rewards. I was kind of just there with you guys. You must have done something like to the point where you were always there, always helpful. Alright, all the chambers are presently hosting the great mounds of treasure we carried out of the vault. Once the Foundation activities begin in earnest, however, we can redistribute the trove and make room or two ready for habitation. Alright, please inform me when you completed the arrangement. I'm not gonna voice act really that much anymore, not whenever I'm gonna have candy in my mouth. As you heard, we will have you settled in the Mega Duty in due time. As ever, you are most gracious, your Excellency. You risk yourselves to aid me in my search for Azdaja. Providing comfortable quarters is the least I can do. Am I finally going to actually be able to have like an inn or something in here? I really wish we knew more about our destination. The gods only know how long our explorations might possibly take, or what chances of success might possibly be. Do I need to go back to the 12 and ask them, like, what we're in for? Hello, Vin. Not in an area I can listen in, but I am lurking. No problem. Please take care of what you need to take care of. You and your streams during working hours. Well, hopefully it won't be that much longer. I have accepted a job offer, so I'll be working again soon. Succeed or fail, I am grateful to you for convincing me to make the attempt. On that note, I will return to the great work and lend what help I can to Nidhana. A few preparations to make ere we venture into the 13th. Now is the time. Are you really telling me that I need to, like, go finish up my island sanctuary and help Nanamo and all that stuff? All we need is my armor and my lance. Perhaps I'll train with the Radiant Host to pass the time before we depart. That is very Estinian. You know what this means to me, Jaeger, but my purpose need not consume you as well. We are headed to another world. Find what joy you can in the experience, for you are a traveler, an adventurer at heart. This I know. You saw the Alliance raid from yesterday afternoon. Did the dungeon pass already? Actually, it did. And I was sad to find out today that that was the only one. I thought this was part 2. Where's the second dungeon? I was moving forward with it this morning, and then it's all stopped, and I'm like... John Travolta. Like, where's the rest of it? I was so confused. And then I come to go into Gamescape, and that was everything. And I was very deflated. But I kept moving forward. More unlocks. Ooh, did I just finish 6.1? Am I moving into 6.2 now? What are you?
And thus I am returned.
Not reborn, returned.
To this world, bereft of saviors.
Oh yeah, that was it. That was 6.1. Yay! Let's continue. Ah, excellent timing, Jaeger. Just a moment ago I received word from the Ironworks. They have completed their task and on their way with the reinforced warding scales. Similarly, our alchemists have also succeeded in creating an artificial Atomos. All is in readiness for our journeys to the Void. I've instructed our comrades to gather at the Great Work. Let's head there at once. Dun, dun, dun. Sorry, I'm quickly, like, looking at Gamer Escape to see where I am. Usually I don't do that, but I'm curious. Newfound adventure. Well, that goes into autofly mode. Yep. I'm in 6.2 now! Woohoo! I made it! I'm here, in the beginning! Now I just need to get to the end. And so from the looks of it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quests for 6.2. So it's not much. But there's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to get through all of them in 1 hour. There you are, Jaeger. What? I present to you the fruits of the alchemist's labor, the artificial Atomos. Oh, that little thing? Oh, so cute. Though we've yet put it to the proof, its Aether is practically identical to that of the original. A truly remarkable feat in so short a time. Aye, our alchemists have outdone themselves yet again. Small wonder that they are the pride of Razadhan. And they decide to work here outside the kingdom. I would express my gratitude to Nihana, but it appears she isn't here. She rushed off after bringing the Atomos to attend a pressing task, but said that she would return ere we set forth. Which should be shortly after our friends from the Ironworks arrive with the warding scales. Did someone say warding scales? Because it just so happens we have them. Right on cue. 'Tis good to see you all again. Before the President himself to attend, keen to bear witness to our little experiment, are you? You know I am. I was there at the Crystal Tower, lest you forget. I wouldn't miss this for the world. If you don't mind, we come along and see you off, I hope. It's thanks to these three we could finish the work so quickly. 'Twas my painstakingly collected data that made the reinforcement possible. Oh my gosh, Nero, stop trying to prove yourself. We get it. The scales will last a good 10 years in the void with nary a hint of degradation. As the ones who did the actual reinforcing, we guarantee their quality as well. They'll keep you safe. But enough bragging, here are the scales. We're gonna have our first dungeon right away. With these, we can search for my sister without the fear of corruption. I know not how to repay you. Don't mention it. Midgard's Homer came to our rescue in the rift. It's the least we can do to help his children. Thank you. Well, my friend, my only regret is that I won't be able to accompany you on this latest grand adventure. Wait! Nidhana, is aught the matter? Before you depart, Your Excellency, there is something we wish to present to you. Will you please come with me? You will not delay us without good cause. Very well. Forgive me, my friends, but I require a moment. I mean, this is a big adventure. The Void Scent will wait. The Void Scent, the Void Gate, your sister, they can wait a few more minutes. He's certainly taken his time. What sort of grand present could take so long to receive? The kind that'll help him in the void, I presume. In that godforsaken place, he'll need all the help he can get. But you of all people ought to know that, eh? No, I completely forgot. Everyone's waiting patiently.
My apologies for keeping you waiting.
He's got a weapon.
Vritra, I presume.
Whoa!
Indeed, this vessel now serves as a host for my eye. I was aware that the alchemists were busy preparing something, but this...
We couldn't well send you on such a perilous mission unprepared, Your Excellency. We spared no effort in crafting the body, and I dare say you'll find it adept at wielding weapons and magics both.
He grew up. Damn.
Presented to you sooner, but we could not bring ourselves to do so, knowing we could yet improve it further. Pray forgive us.
There is naught to forgive. I am grateful for this fine vessel, and shall put it to good use. Again, I ask that you watch over Radzatan in my absence. The dangers we go to face are great and many, and I fear I will be unable to give matters here due attention. And in opening the Void Gate, there is ever risk that Voidsent will find their way into our world.
Rest assured, we are more than prepared. Our soldiers have been training under Master Estinian. On my honor, we will not suffer a single fiend to pass. So, think only of your mission, Varshan. Ah, but seeing as this is a different body, perhaps we should use a different name.
Nay, Vashan shall suffice. Though I may have thus grown up, I am as ever a little brother to you all.
So I guess it counts as grow up.
As you say, as you say. Go then, Varshan. And best of luck.
I have something for you as well.
Something for me.
While you were gone, Urianger paid us a visit. As you may recall, he joined us on our foray into Alzadal's legacy, in part to conduct research for the Loporrits. Research they were delighted to receive, and which has already inspired them to consider new ways to improve their own treasure vault. As a token of their gratitude, Livingway entrusted a familiar relic to Urianger.
Familiar. Oh.
Aye, the crystal, which showed the way to Meteon. The Loporrits no longer have need of it, and thus saw fit to return it to us. Harboring the power of light, it could well aid us in our mission in the Void.
That would be useful.
And who better to bear Heidelin's gift than her chosen champion?
If there is nothing left to discuss, then let us depart. Our boat awaits us in Akyali.
One last trip to the Void. gate. Here. I might have just enough time to do the dungeon if this is considered a dungeon coming up. Satrap and your fellows have already departed for the vault. Are you ready to set forth? Let's go. So, does this mean that we've got a new NPC to enter in dungeons with?
I shall now lift the seal. In the name of Al-Zadal III, I cast open this door unto the void!
Oh, it looks like it is spilling.
Go. Absorb the Void Gate.
Like, yay! Nom 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 nom. Always growing. Is this supposed to be happening?
It worked. We should have no trouble passing through a gate of that size.
What can we expect to find after stepping through?
On my previous foray, I emerged in a castle swarming with void scent. I was hopelessly outnumbered and forced to turn back. But together, I am confident we can hold our own. Upon our arrival, let us deal with any hostile entities and secure the area. The command of our mission, I leave in your capable hands. In the event of battle, I shall adapt my tactics to complement your own.
So he's gonna be our Omni Roller.
Should we require healing, I can provide it. 'Twould be a welcome change of pace from my recent havoc wreaking.
Take heart, my friends, and have faith. We will brave this broken world and rescue my sister Ajdaya.
So that is definitely dungeon talk. Ah, there it is, the Fell Cult of Troya! That I accidentally saw. Okay, so as far as going in... Insufficient item level. Average item level, 575. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Okay, perfect. My Dragoon can do this. But, I mean, there's going to be another Dragoon in here, so either I'm going to go in as a Dragoon, or I'm going in as a Gunbreaker. You're gonna watch this later with sound? Have fun in the dungeon? Okay. Now, if I'm going into the dungeon as Gunbreaker, I'm definitely taking my helmet off for cutscene purposes. Everyone's just staring at me as far as like, figure out what job you're going as. Come on. I bet Korn knows this area, knows the area this dungeon is based on. Ooh. Yeah, if Korn is home, maybe you should, like, get him and say, hey, check out this dungeon that Jaeger's about to go in. You know, I think for controlling purposes, I'm gonna go as Gunbreaker. It is, you know, my strongest job at the moment. So we're gonna have Varshan as a DPS and Y'shtola as a healer. So that's gonna work out just fine. So in we go. He's sleeping. We had chicken tenders for lunch, and those always make him sleepy. Ah, I gotcha. Well, maybe he can watch the stream later if he wants to see this opening scene of the dungeon and watch me go through it all. Yep, this definitely feels familiar, just like whenever we went to the first. Welcome to the Fell Court of Troya. Alright guys, let's go. So far there's nothing here. Oh, we got something now. Oh. It looks like Varshan is also a lancer of some sort. As long as they fight the same thing together. Okay. Obviously no treasure chest just yet.
This will hurt. This will hurt.
Down with you! No mercy!
I will end this farce.
Oh no, Y'shtola, you too?
Down with you!
Y'shtola also has farts. Great. The joke continues. Alright, is there like any hidden treasure chests in here? Because I see this on the map and it's like, hey! Look at me, I'm interesting. No, you're not. I was about to say, you can't be the only one here.
No mercy!
Ooh, my health's going down. Okay, so far all the ads are pretty boring, but I bet you right behind that door is going to be our first boss. And then we've got some mechanics to figure out. Let's see, hopefully they'll be easy. But who knows? Yep, there we go, first boss. It appears rats have wandered into my castle. Beatrice? You don't look like a Beatrice. Okay. I guess I've got ads for bosses.
I will end this farce.
Okay. I was like, I see a problem here. I'm not a fan of this. A lot of monsters, and I don't have that many defense boosts. Okay, now it doesn't seem so bad. But now we got more.
I will not hold back.
I am of the first brood!
Come on. Gather them up. And both of them are freaking lancers, so whenever the LB is up, it's only going to be single target. So yep, they're holding it. They're gonna wait for a single target. Oh, nope. Wash on. He wanted to try it out. He's never done a limit break before, so gonna let him. Uh-oh. Well, that wasn't so bad. You know, this first boss fight is, boring. Okay. That's new. Okay, we'll learn better this time. From the looks of it, this is where we need to hide? Uh-huh. Well, we're almost done. Okay. What is the first item? Materia. What kind of dungeon is this giving materia? Not even 10. 10's the best. I feel robbed. The battle was boring, and it wasn't even armor.
This will hurt.
Freaky Devil Head? Yeah, it surprised me because I didn't know that that was the mechanic that was happening. And then after I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's it? That's all that was?
I am of the first brood.
I'm kind of feeling like that's the name of stream today. I'm just so disappointed in everything. I didn't get a second Alliance Raid dungeon, and the dungeon that I do get is boring. This does have, like, some, Hawk Manor vibes to it. Oh, that must be the real Beatrice up there. Here, we'll look at that as I fight.
This will hurt.
Rename stream title Jaeger's Disappointing Battles. No, just disappointment. Jaeger's disappointment in Post-Endwalker.
Down with you! You forced my hand.
I will not hold back!
Treasure coffer. What am I gonna get this time? More materia? No, I got a ring of healing. Something that I cannot use. At least not for Jaeger. I'm getting very disappointed!
No mercy.
It's just like ad fight after ad fight after ad fight. I'm just like, where's the challenge? Where's the mechanics? Just sitting here doing my AoE rotation and just like la 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 la.
This will hurt. Got you!
Ah. Okay, what's next? Horses. More people on horses. And a bishop this time. What is this, chess? All these fights feel more like checkers. I'm bored. This dungeon's boring. Casting! Something else I can't use. Wonderful. We're gonna fight Beatrice this time? Oh, good. Let's see if this is actually more of a challenge now.
Wow.
That all you got? Come on.
I will not hold back!
Alright, what's this? Everyone's looking back. Okay.
I am of the first brood.
Such disappoint. Very dungeon. This must be a line AoE. Nope, they just didn't want to be anywhere close to me. The Eye of Troya! Uh-oh. Two stacks. No bueno.
Down with you!
Alright. All the NPCs again. Yep, this is definitely more challenging. Oh no, now I got 3 stacks. My foot! My darn foot! Eee, uh-oh.
You forced my hand. You forced my hand.
How could this be? How can you resist my gaze? By looking away? They're too strong. Someone else can devour them. Well, good to know that we're too strong. Why am I getting gear that I can't use? It's not fair. Not fair. Not fair. Meh. I just want to be done with this dungeon now. It displeases me. Ooh. This is like its savings grace right here. It's the view. Oh, we got some spiders to deal with.
You underestimate me!
Ooh, your Stola.
Out of my way!
Got you!
I'm looking for more treasure chests to be disappointed with. There's one. Troyan butlers.
Got you!
Oh, and now we have their birds too. Wonderful. And here I thought I was going to be doing some singles. But nope. Continue with my AoE rotation. Because that's just how this dungeon works.
I will not hold back! I will end this farce!
Feel free to end as many parts as you want. Alright, I'm gonna dare. Oh, this looks hard. Oh my gosh, what did I do? What have I done? Oh no, I'm gonna die. Pistola. Pistola was way too far away. It wasn't my fault. If I was with real players, that wouldn't have happened. Come on, Pistola. It was your fault? No, it's never my fault. I just wanted to have a challenge. The challenge that I could actually win. And if Pistola was actually nearby, I would have gotten better heals. Alright, let's see how many come my way. And we'll fight them here. Oh, who pulled everything else? Was that you, Varshan? No, it was Pistola. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, no, I killed myself. Pistola died. This might take a few tries. Unless someone cannot engage the other ads. I'm in a whole mess now. This is what I get for dealing with NPCs that don't know what they're doing properly. The only time they know when to do stuff is when a mechanic happens and I don't know what to do. It's the only time this works. The rest of the time it's just blah, blah, blah. Boring, boring, boring. One wave after the other. Never two groups at once. They're just simple NPCs. Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. Alright, you guys are coming this way. Every single one of you. You too, get over here. There. We're fighting here. Now don't attract any more attention. since you guys can't seem to handle it. I have to go slow for you guys. I am going to change a few things over here, because, that is too low. I want it to be up here. Means I need to move this up. And also, I'm gonna move this over. Because the enemy list is crowding. Which means I gotta move all of this over. Status info... Other. Move over. Now imagine Jaeger talking to, or slash scolding the NPCs as if it was toddlers about trying to do more than they can handle. It feels like I'm going to be like a very disciplining father. It's like, you shouldn't have done that. Why did you do that? Okay. Oh, if I can't tank what I grab, you are the problem. No, it's a team effort. And Yestola wasn't being part of the team. She was too far away. I mean, Yestola was also the problem with that second attempt. Because she must have accidentally pulled something, and then she died. I was trying very hard not to pull. Excuses, excuses. Until it eventually becomes a lesson to, like, never trust your NPCs more than one group at a time. And you know, if it was players, I actually wouldn't be this mean. But because they're NPCs, they weren't coded properly. NPCs aren't there to help, they're just there. They do help whenever mechanics are concerned. Like, whenever I don't know what to do, you see me, like, run to the NPCs, because they know where to go. Alright, please tell me this is something useful. This whole dungeon's a sham.
So the gate did open again, and delivered the most mouth-watering morsels.
What?
I am Scarmilione, Archfiend of Earth and first of Golbez's Circle of Four. Such pleasure I will take in delivering you unto your graves.
How about we do the honor of sending you to your grave? That seems like the proper thing to do. Since you just threatened us.
Your Aether is mine!
You're too far away again.
Breathe deep of your dead. You must die!
Ooh. Now I realize that there's walls for a reason.
My blade thirsts for blood.
Blighted sweep.
The first brood!
I will not hold back!
I can see your comment. Are you threatening me? I am Cornholio.
Protect me, my minions!
Protect you? Ah. How about I knock these things out?
I will not hold back!
I am of the first brood!
You're mine!
Almost there.
I give you a taste of true despair!
Was that it?
Stubborn mortal!
All or nothing!
Come, fill your lungs.
There was nothing.
You forced my hand.
Oh, I did it again.
I will not hold back!
Alright. Who's gonna do it?
My fangs rend all.
No, I will not be defeated by you!
I will not hold back!
I didn't see who did it. Who did the LB3? Oh, LB2. Still.
You're mine!
I will end this farce!
And the farts! And the farts! 3, 2, 1, 0.
Flesh!
You're going to suffer for what you've done!
Alright. Let's see if I get something in the final treasure chest. Miming, thank you. Oh! Final Fantasy IV. That's why it should be familiar to Core. Way to go. It was in here somewhere. There it is. Take that. And then green item. Green armor. Where is it? Trojan Loric of Miming. Oh. I'm not on the right job. I could still look for it and try it on. As soon as I can find it. There it is. Oh, come on. That doesn't look... no. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want anything to do with this dungeon anymore. I'm done. Oh, and look at that. It is past 5 o'clock, so we're gonna finish up with this cutscene. And then we will call it a weekend.
Carmelione. He knew the gate had opened.
And not for the first time. He and his brethren must keep watch over the portal.
As we do ours, but to unflinchingly consume a fellow Voidsent. Like men, perhaps they form factions and fight amongst themselves.
The question is, what will the minions do?
Your mistress is no more, and the one who consumed her we slew in turn. Do you still mean to try us?
That's a pretty good way.
I expect some Voidsent are more intelligent than others. Perhaps these ones simply do not understand our words.
Even beasts ought to understand strength.
There is much we do not know about Voidsent. If we are to survive their world, it would be wise to learn their ways.
Don't overthink it, we'll improvise as we go along. At least we're strong enough to take care of them ourselves. As long as they don't dogpile us.
If that is your preferred approach, then very well. I shall defer to your adventurer's intuition. I am here, sister. Finally here. And I will find you. I swear it.
There we go. The title of Post-Endwalker Part 2, Buried Memory. Oh, you guys can't see it because my face is in the way. I apologize. Buried Memory. Well, it doesn't even look like I'm going to be able to, like, chill in my own room. This castle should serve as a base of operations for now. Ere we set our sights elsewhere, let's see what else there is to learn here. From this point onward, you will not encounter Aetherites for a while. Should you leave Troya Castle, you may return here via Weaver's Warding. Okay. Additionally, you may now use the you may now enter the Fell Court of Troya with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, blah blah blah. Okay, so yeah, not even an Aetherite. So I guess that means I am Jaeger's camping here, as Justola said. So that is the end of the stream, and here is the plans for next stream. I am not streaming tonight. It's not part of my usual schedule anyway. The next time I will stream is tomorrow. And I've got a lot of things that I need to do in the morning and the afternoon. So stream will be 8 p.m. to midnight. So sorry about the very late stream, but it's just the time that I have. I've got a lot more to do on Sunday, so this is just the tiny window that I have available for streaming on the weekend. And obviously we're going to be playing City Skylines. We will be going back to Stream City. And I don't know if I'm going to have time to go to the workshop, but we will continue to expand Rin's district, since I now actually have some roads that go to her district, and I can start building it up more and more. Yeah, and hopefully you get to come by and check it out. And then, you know, we'll just do what we always do. We're just gonna keep going until there's nothing left for me to build in Stream City, and then we'll switch on over to Industry City. Obviously, Industry City hasn't been worked on for a few days now, so it's definitely going to be smaller compared to Stream City, which I don't mind. It's actually really nice, because it just tells me that my community is growing, and I appreciate that very much. So hopefully anyone that's watching this stream can come see me tomorrow, and hopefully, and if you gotta go to sleep, that's fine. No worries here. So enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy your weekend. Hopefully I'll see you next time.